Hello everybody, I honestly don't know where to start my first video. What the heck is going on with the crypto market? BlockFi is being bought out by Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, for nearly $240 million up to, plus he gave them a $400 million credit line, a total deal valued a maximum of $680 million. But I'm not going to talk about that. What I really want to talk about is Voyager Digital. That's right, I'd rather talk about Voyager Digital even over Celsius Network. Between BlockFi, Celsius Network, Voyager Digital, and what happened to Three Arrows Capital, the entire crypto market is going to freaking shit. Literally, Pandora's box is open and everything is going to shit. It's freaking crazy. And that's why it's going to be very critical to see what's going to happen over the next month. Who's going to get bailed out and who is going to go belly up. And that's going to make a huge difference on what's happening with the crypto market. Approximately a week ago, Alameda Ventures, which is a subsidiary and owned by Sam Bankman-Fried, gave a $500 million revolving credit line to Voyager Digital. Voyager Digital can use up to $75 million in any 30-period day, which means they can't use more than $75 million even if they needed it. Sam Bankman-Fried owns just over 11% of Voyager Digital, and he is by far the largest institutional investor. He actually owns approximately 1/3 of the open float of shares for Voyager Digital. Voyager Digital currently is down 98% for the year. When I started making videos about a week ago, Voyager Digital was down 96% for the year. The current market cap for Voyager Digital is just shy of $60 million. Voyager Digital was an absolute behemoth before. At an all-time high with a share price of around $20, Voyager was worth approximately $4 billion. And Voyager Digital, up until today, allowed people to withdraw funds from their accounts. Well, today they literally stopped and halted all trading, which is absolutely freaking crazy because they have this massive revolving credit line. They're owned 11% by Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried wants to be the most powerful man in cryptocurrency, building an empire in this bear market. He's actually pretty freaking smart. He's making offers to buy Robinhood. He owns partially or in total many other crypto ventures, crypto platforms, and crypto exchanges. And it was just confirmed that he will be buying BlockFi today. At the same exact time, almost around the same exact point, Voyager Digital articles come out. It's not a freaking coincidence. I don't know what's going to happen to Voyager. I'm going to go over the article and I'm going to go over their books right now so you know what assets they have. I bought into Voyager Digital, but not at an all-time high, at the lows. I have a small position, what I call a YOLO play, which if I lose the money, I don't care. Because I do think that Voyager Digital has a possibility of being bailed out. And if Voyager Digital does not go under, and Uncle Sam makes sure that they have as much financial support as needed, I do believe that they're going to come out of this a lot stronger than they are today. And this is what's called a YOLO play, which means whatever happens, happens. Guys, be very, very careful. High risk, high reward. And this is a massively risky play. Massively. And I would never invest any significant amount of money or my portfolio in this play. This is literally one of my 5% portfolio plays. I have 5% allocated on my portfolio approximately to I don't care type of plays, try to hit big, so on and so forth, if that makes sense. I'm going to read this article right now, but I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't feel like Sam is just going to be able to lose 11% shares in this company and let this company go under on top of the revolving credit line that they gave them. And I believe they already pulled out $75 million of that credit line, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see Sam as just going to take a big L here. And I do think that there's going to be some type of buyout. The question is, the buyout for FTX, the equity investors, because it wasn't a publicly traded company, are getting absolutely assed out because they're not going to make any money and they're going to have to write off all of these losses. Now, when you're invested in a publicly traded company like Voyager, although it is traded OTC, over the counter, I think that if there is a buyout of Voyager, we, the shareholders, will get paid. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not an expert in this situation, but that's what I would assume. It's a very pretty interesting situation that we have right now. I do feel bad for the people that now have their funds locked in, but this is what happens when you invest in a central finance system. This should not be happening to a decentralized finance system, but it is happening to Celsius Network as well. The only bright side is we get to see the books, which I'm going to go over right now, of Voyager Digital, but Celsius Network, we get a big FU, and we can't even go through their books to see what they're holding, how much they owe, so on and so forth. It's very interesting to hear what Sam Bankman-Fried said. He says he's not bailing out Celsius because he did not like their balance sheets. He says he went through their books and he wasn't feeling it, so that's why he did not offer to give the money, although they reached out and asked. Major crypto broker Voyager Digital suspends all trading, deposits, and withdrawals. And I quote, this is what Voyager Digital literally said. This was a tremendously difficult decision, but we believe that it is the right one given current market conditions, said Stefan Ehrlich, CEO of lending company Voyager. Ehrlich went on to say that this decision is designed to give the firm additional time to continue exploring strategic alternatives with various interested parties. That's so interesting. Various interested parties. I honestly think Sam is going to buy them out. I think that the shareholders of Voyager Digital are going to make a couple of dollars on this. And I think anybody that bought in over the last week when it was already 96% down is going to end up making some returns on their investment. Of course, what I think doesn't matter whatsoever, and it's not like I've never made mistakes before. That's just my personal opinion about what's happening with Voyager Digital, FTX, and the whole situation with the crypto market. And I'll go on in a moment. They said they will provide additional information at the appropriate time. And this is all stemming from Three Arrows Capital. On Monday, the broker issued a notice that prominent crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital had defaulted on a loan worth more than $670 million. At the time, Voyager said that it intended to pursue recovery from 3AC, and in the interim said that it will continue to operate and fulfill customers' orders and withdrawals. As of June 24th, exactly a week ago, Voyager said it had approximately $137 million in US dollars and owned crypto assets. The company also noted that it has access to a $200 million credit line in cash and USD stablecoins, as well as 15,000 or approximately 318 million revolving credit line with Almena Ventures, which is FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried's quantitative trading firm. Last week, Almeda committed $500 million in financing to Voyager. The firm had already pulled $75 million from the line of credit, but it appears that wasn't enough to keep the business running as usual. And remember, the max is $75 million per month. That means that they pulled out their maximum monthly allocation in approximately a week. That is freaking insane. This is another article, but you actually get to see their balance sheets. So this is exactly what they have. Now, this is in the thousands, so you got to times this times 1,000. Crypto assets held, $685 million. Crypto assets loaned, $1.124 billion. Cash held for customers, $355 million, and crypto collateral received or held, $168 million. It's very important to understand that all these numbers do include 3AC and what 3AC owed them, and it says it right here. The balance sheet includes $350 million of USDC and 15,250 Bitcoin loan to Three Arrows Capital. As of June 30th, 2022, this is their allocation of the crypto that they lent. Bitcoin, 21,796 Bitcoin, worth $434 million, approximately 39% of the float. USDC, 401,762,866, valued at around 401,000, worth 36% of the float. Ethereum, 170 million Ethereum, worth $182 million, approximately 16% of the float. Then they have an other, which is worth 106 million, 9% of the float. And that's how they come up with that big number of 1.124 billion. This includes what they lent through to Three Arrows Capital. And then as of June 30th, crypto assets loaned, disaggregated by significant borrowing counterparty was as follows. Counterparty A, they were getting 1 to 11.5%, and this was $376 million. Counterparty B, 3 to 10% returns, $656 million. Counterparty C, 4 to 13.5%. This was $17 million. Counterparty D was getting 1 to 14%. That was $27 million. Counterparty E, borrowing rates 1 to 30%. That was worth $34 million. Counterparty G, borrowing rates 10%, worth $13 million. And others were getting 4 to 8% borrowing rate, and that was worth $751,000. So these are the rates that they were letting people borrow at. So they got to get paid back. So if people are not paying them and they're asking them out, these are like their biggest lenders. Yo, that really sucks. And 3AC really screwed them up. And the counterparties that we just talked about were in the British Virgin Islands, Singapore, United States, United Kingdoms, Canada, and various other countries. Guys, who the hell knows what's gonna happen with Bitcoin? Who the hell knows what's gonna happen with Voyager, with Celsius, with FTX? I mean, I think Sam Bankman-Fried is gonna be Elon Musk rich. I'm not even playing you. Literally Elon Musk rich. I think that big Papa Sam, and they're gonna call him like Papa Sam or Uncle Sam, I'm telling you, he's literally the Federal Reserve of crypto right now. Either he helps you out or he doesn't. Very interesting to see what CZ is gonna be doing over here. I have a feeling CZ is taking all of this as an attack to Binance. Binance is the largest exchange. And even if Sam buys literally all the other exchanges, I don't think that's still going to be as big as Binance is. It's freaking massive. But Binance doesn't really operate in the United States, which is so interesting. Guys, cryptocurrency is a bigger soap opera than Telemundo. I kid you freaking not. What the hell happens next? I really don't know. But if Celsius Network does not get bailed out and it falls and somehow Voyager falls, crypto markets are definitely going to go down closer to 10,000 Bitcoin. I don't see it holding up. That's going to be a massive problem. And if it's going to be left up to traditional finance, bankruptcy, and you're going to take all of their assets and put it on the open market, we're all effed. This is how the prices are going to go down. That's why I'm saying Sam Bankman-Fried doesn't want that. He doesn't want to tank the entire crypto market. I'm not saying that he doesn't want to get in at a cheaper, ground floor price. I just don't think that he wants to completely tank the market because that's not really good for business. Unless he does want to completely tank the market and he's going to buy up all the Bitcoin in the world. I don't know what the hell he's going to do. Very interesting to see the situation we have at hand. Very interesting what's happening in the back office that we don't see, in the back rooms. And most certainly there's a war right now. Guys, most certainly there's a crypto war, the crypto mafia. Man, this is really happening. And I know you guys think I'm crazy, but this is really happening. And they're controlling the fate of the crypto market, both decentralization and centralization of the crypto market. Guys, thank you so much. If you're feeling this, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments you subscribe so that I can show you my appreciation and respond to your comments if you subscribed. Thank you so much and have a great day.